Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this up past the 40. The Raiders at 10-4 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
First carry of the game for Zamir White. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, Jacobs. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. But you look at this Bronco defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Fielded just inside the 20. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
36 yards on the play. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, they're chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Look at my team. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go, Eagles, go. Broncos.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And down inside the 15 he goes. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, the guy made the play. He gets the points. It really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to...
And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Anthony Schwartz with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Jacobs going to try the middle, and only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board. 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here's a 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now Mevis for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. After the pick six, they go right back to the air, being chased out left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Looking deep for Adams. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's 2nd and 10. the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6. Now a give up the middle to Williams. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one complete again to Mims. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Greg Dulcich from 17 yards out. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
3rd and 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. That's pulled in at the 32. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Tackle made by Tyree Wilson.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Jacobs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record, but that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season, just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Jacobs now. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now a carry for Jacobs. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 72 yards. And the Raiders extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. Racing to the end zone. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talking about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of him, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. To the left side, there's Mayer. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during.
That's caught at the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Mevis is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Partner, a pretty solid, convincing win here in this one. We did have some excitement down to the very end, though. This game ended on a rare onside kick, but they didn't recover it.
And they were in great shape anyway, but going ahead and recovering, finishing things